Okay, this is a fan response to the most recent Anime Club episode, episode 41, focused on romance. Thought there might be a few things that could be added on, especially with all these great shows that we had in 2015. I am Brodacious,
I'm Jordan.
and we're just going to do a quick couple minute thing about some shows the girls might have overlooked. So, anyway, Jordan, you haven't actually watched the podcast much, right?
No, I don't watch it very often.
Okay, but we're both real life friends and fans of the show on the page, especially. So, anyway, one of the first things I want to talk about was Gate, and I like the show. I'm 8 episodes in right now, but it is ridiculous. Now, you haven't actually seen it,
No,
right?
Gate is on my queue.
Okay. But it just kind of looked like it had that, like, generic look the whole time. Like, it didn't, like you knew this was not going to be like a Steins Gate or anything. But
Nothing spectacular.
no, I'm in it right now, and okay, they're building the harem, but the girls are kind of like saying, "Oh, it's an interesting premise, I didn't really feel like keeping up with it." Had they kept up with it, they'd meet a wonderful girl named Pina Colada.
Which is a beautiful name.
Yeah, the princess of the empire. Pina Colada, man, oh man, uh, not exactly a feminist icon. She, her entire role in the show is to just be incredibly incompetent at whatever she does. So she kind of like cycles between like super serious war, like if we lose this fort, uh, I might, we might all get raped by 50, 100 men and lose our insanity.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, Pina. Ooh, ooh. But then she also employs her army of snake hair girls, cat girls, and rabbit girls to
Oh.
attend to her guests. And it's like,
I didn't expect her to be the king of beast people.
yeah, I mean, they can't decide if they want her to be like the princess from like No Game, No Life. What's her name? Some with an S.
Oh, Steph.
Steph. Yeah, they can't decide if they want her to be like Steph or like some kind of super serious like warrior. So here's kind of something that I thought would, if they had actually like kept up with the show, they might have loved. The Japanese army comes in and saves them in this battle. Right before she was worried they were gonna get raped to death, and she basically like gives them a treaty so that they don't go to war with each other. One of her warriors doesn't know about this and kidnaps main character San, and she gets super offended, like, "Oh my god, the treaty might be violated. There's only one way we can fix this. You gotta whore yourself out to him." Right, the first natural solution, right,
Isn't
Jordan?
that how you make up people?
Yeah, like that's the first thing we're gonna go to, and that kind of made me realize where this show stands. Like, you love High School DxD, right?
I wouldn't say love, but I am a big fan
Well,
of the show.
you're okay with
But
the,
I love harem shows. I think they're funny.
yeah, they're good.
I did not expect Gate to be a harem show. I never really looked into it, but
But you'd agree with Douchebag Chocolate's assessment, it's the McDonald's of anime, right?
yes, very much.
Well, I told Jordan yesterday, Gate is the Hooters of anime. Classless and sloppy, but still a good overall experience. So, anyway, that's Gate. A couple of things that someone who, was maybe thinking about checking out the series might like to know about it. So, you never actually got to the romance section, right?
Romance section of what?
The podcast where they actually started talking about, like, the best romances.
No,
for Valentine's Day.
I dropped off at Evangelion due
Oh.
to time constraints.
Yeah, right. So, you watched Toradora, right?
Yes, I have seen that show. I thought it was good.
Well, they vouched that the kiss scene between Taiga and Ryuji was amazing. Agreed? You down with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig it. So that's pretty much the summary of what I thought of their romance section. Here are some really important series that kind of made an impact that haven't really been talked about this past first year of the podcast. The big one being Prison School.
Which was one of my personal favorites of 2015.
Yeah? What about it, Jordan?
The comedy is just beautiful in the show. I love the dirty comedy that a lot of shows seem to kind of miss because they're going for a younger audience.
Yeah.
But Prison School decided I don't care and went with very raunchy and sexualized comedy, which I love.
Yeah. Yeah. Raunchy is the key word. I watched the last summer. I watched the trailer for it, and the trailer was entirely focused on the vice principal and her gigantic melons. And basically, like, this is the show.
When I heard about it at first, I didn't start it till about 6 weeks after it started, but I judged it for a while just based on its cover art. I'm like, oh, I wonder what this show's centered around.
Yeah.
Just at the amazing proportions of Madam Vice Principal. Or President.
So, Jordan, what really hooked you about this show?
It's mostly just the great comedy of 5 dudes surrounded by women and then get caught trying to peep. So they get brutally tortured.
Yeah. Well, it's like they presented as that the 5 dudes are not heroes. They are totally the perverts that these girls accuse them of being and put them in prison for.
Dude, Kiyoshi is my hero.
Kiyoshi is the best. Possibly one of the best, like, generic main character types of, like, 2015. Just because he is hilariously, like, shameless. But at the same time, not really, like fully, like, out of the closet about his own, like, pervertedness.
Yeah.
He's just, like, rolling with it. The thing I love most about the show is his relationship with the goddess, Hana. And how that gets developed.
Oh, God. It's just beautiful.
I mean, there's
the most twisted relationship I've ever seen.
I've never seen a, like, relationship develop like theirs did. And it's kind of gross how it starts. But damn, by the end, if it's not amazingly beautiful.
Gotta love piss play.
You read the manga after we finished the show, right?
Yes, and I was very surprised to find that you started where the show left off. I restarted from the beginning, and the show is exactly the same.
Frame by frame.
They did not pull anything.
And most people probably haven't read the manga, but let's just say if you were, shocked, appalled, and also in love with the final scene where the most intense makeout in anime history happens, boy oh boy, I got something to tell you about season 2. Whenever that happens, hopefully this summer, fingers crossed.
Oh God, I want it to happen.
What was that? What's the Japanese word? Boroboros? For 69.
The Ouroboros.
The Ouroboros.
It's not Japanese, actually.
That is going to be the theme of season 2, I promise you. 69.
Oh, God.
So
it's beautiful.
Honestly, yeah. We got Steins Gate, Sword Art Online 3.
Which has not been fully announced, but judging by trends, it should show up.
It's got to happen. And then Attack on Titan 2. I might still be most hyped for Prison School Season 2, if that happens. God. In the fall or something. Man, oh man.
Something that's not exactly romance-oriented, but still, I really hope it gets a second season, is Overlord.
Oh.
Which was very often overlooked for most people's tops, but it goes along with the old SAO thing of, I'm trapped in a virtual game, but instead of starting from scratch, this character is OP and alone with NPCs. So the OP superhero is just a fun thing because he never gets his ass whooped.
Yeah. Food Wars style?
Yeah. But it's just beautiful. It's executed, it's got great humor.
So this is your jam. So tell us, what is Overlord like? What really is great about it? I know there's that girl that's like just like weirdly obsessed with him. Like, what's up with that?
Oh, the main reason she's weirdly obsessed with him is because the premise is he gets trapped after he decides to go down with the ship for his favorite video game being shut down.
Yeah.
Instead of being kicked, he gets stuck there. So being one of the last people online, he decides, I'm gonna have a little fun, and he changed the one woman's settings to say she's in love with me.
Oh, okay.
And so it stays locked in that system.
Ugh.
But just him and all of his minions are just greatly OP. So everyone thinks they have an edge. He's just, nah.
So, to tie back into
Plus,
the
he's
theme,
a giant skeleton.
probably another overlooked romance of 2015: giant skeleton man and succubus girl.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
Okay.
Or vampire, depending on which side you're on. I go succubus, but
All right. So basically, the big thing really that should have been addressed is fucking prison school. Prison school, Hana Kyoshi forever.
oh my god,
If I was ever gonna buy a statue, it might be of Hana. If
just
I
the
ever went
body
there.
pillow.
No, not the fucking body pillow. Come on. I'm a human being with dignity and a girlfriend.
Shame.
Yeah, that's the shit's not gonna fly.
I just love to see that reaction.
Yeah, Chloe would love it. Oh wait, not gonna drop the name. Anyway, so just another couple of things that we want to talk about. How about SNAFU?
Oh god, I watched that, and it was decent.
Yeah.
For what I remember, it's been a long time. It's been, well, not necessarily a long time, but it's been on the back burner. I never just remembered it that much. I just remember the main protagonist just kind of being a dick.
Yep. Never growing, never becoming better. Always perpetual dick. So, for people who don't know, this is kind of like more of an obscure one. It's like main character with also probably more personality than your typical like romance character. He is a loser. He cannot make friends because he's hostile to everyone. He gets forced into this club that's basically there to help people in the school. So he meets, typical Satsuki style goddess woman who's
Goddess
like
woman.
got it all together.
Miss
And
Serious.
yeah, she's got all the contempt in the world for him, as she should. And then Yui, the bubbly moe girl, not moe blob, but and they go on adventures and help people and make friends, and he gets way more friends than he probably ever really deserved. So,
oh, he stays a negative Nancy the whole time.
yeah, it's my teen romantic comedy SNAFU because every time it makes it look like it's gonna like be predictable. We're like, this is the moment where they finally tell, they open up to each other.
They're gonna confess their love.
Yeah, so many scenes like that. It doesn't happen. It goes horribly wrong. It gets depressed. Like, I was watching season 2, and the first 8 episodes, just consistent, terrible misery. They are much less happy 8 episodes in than they were at the end of season 1 even, and they weren't that happy.
I don't think they ever were happy.
Well, yeah, and it's like they're getting further apart, not closer, which is kind of like, I guess, the theme of it being like romantic comedy SNAFU. But anyway, so basically, here's the thing about that show. It is out of source material and ends on the cliffhangeriest of cliffhangers.
The cliffhanger.
Yeah. And the two girls, basically, like, moe bubbly girl confronts Satsuki-sama and says, I'm going to take... What's his name again?
I don't even know.
Oh my god. We'll just call him Batman.
Negative Nancy.
Oh no, 8-Man. 8-Man's his name. Well, I'm going to take him for my own. And then she's all like, I don't know if that's okay. And up to this point, they had never acknowledged they were into him at all. And it just ends on the showdown. That's
showdown. So is the source material done, or are they just being slow and sit on it?
That is what the light novels just ended on. They haven't caught up. They literally animated everything that exists.
Man.
Right now. So you can't even say go read the source material. It's like Game of Thrones. Now where the show's caught up. It's horrible. So, yep, that's SNAFU. Want to talk about Nisekoi at all?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I like Nisekoi. That was one that I watched, and as I am a sucker for harems and slice of life for some reason.
Yeah.
But I think Raku was always a fun character.
Yeah. You didn't hate him.
No.
For what he does.
He just kind of hangs out.
So, show premise. Raku is son of a gangster, gets forced into a relationship with a rival gangster family, kind of reverse Romeo Juliet.
Yeah, they don't like each other, but
Yeah.
they kind of have to.
The families force them to be together in a fake relationship to stop a war between the two gang families. And because he is the main protagonist, girls are falling over him.
Yes.
What? End of season 2, the harem's reached a critical mass now, right? Like 6 girls, I think it is.
Let's see. You got the 3 main ones: assassin chick, other assassin chick,
Yeah,
and
right.
little sister.
Well, it just keeps going. Like
Yeah,
they
add up.
checkbox every type of harem girl. I think for like a school setting, you got Tsundere Chitoge, Onodera, best friend since forever.
Yeah.
Onodera's little sister, because keep it in the
Oni-chan.
family. Yeah, Haru and Marika, the really forward girl.
Yeah.
Yui, the teacher, even the teacher, and Sugumi, assassin girl.
Now I gotta think, who's the teacher? Shit.
Yui.
Nah, it's been a long time. I don't remember her.
Yeah, she's the Chinese teacher that comes in and, of course, is in love with him. So, like, literally, like, I totally sympathize with all the background characters in this show. Because all the time, they're just always like, you fucker.
Just at each other's throats.
Yeah. You've got all the girls in this class who have any other kind of hair color besides black. They're all in love with you. The blonde, the red, the
I
pink.
never noticed that.
Yeah.
There's no black hair.
Yeah. All the other characters are
Even
just like
white hair.
yeah, black-haired like mannequins are basically like the background characters of the show, and they're always just reflecting on like what a piece of shit Ragu is because he's juggling all these girls, and I don't know. That was probably a refreshing romance of
Oh, yeah.
2015. Just the juggling of it, and like you haven't read the manga, right?
I have not.
This show
I
could
need
be.
to, but I have not.
You should check it out, man. I mean, there's a big filler, abyss to get through, but currently stuff is happening, which is amazing for a harem-based show.
Oh yeah.
Ships are sinking left and right. Girls are going down. It might be coming to an end. So
That's very interesting to see something like that happen. And you'd hope it ends with a decision.
yeah, you should jump on board, man. I mean, it's gonna probably end this year. So that's been a fun one. Anyway, in conclusion, Prison School needs more love.
Yes.
It's coming back probably with a vengeance this summer or fall.
I want the chairman back.
Yeah, Chairman, Mr. Assman. Mr.
God damn it.
Yep. Oh, and did you ever listen to the dub?
Yes, and I found it doesn't translate very well.
No. So there's a character in there, one of the guys is named Andre. He's like a gentle giant, but
I didn't get to the point where Andre talked, actually.
yeah, he's been talking. But
I backed out on Gakto talked.
well, he's got he is a humongous masochist. His entire thing is like being like the bottom in the bondage situation.
Masochist.
Yeah. And they decided for the dub to get the voice of Smeagol to be his
Are
voice.
you shitting me?
I'm not shitting you. Like his voice all the time is like a it's so weird. Like I swear it's the Smeagol Gollum voice, and that's just all the time. And they just act like that's a normal human voice or something.
God.
Everyone else sounds like a typical strong American man. Then you got Gollum.
One of those
Hanging out with
things that was very interesting for not translating well is my friend gives me a lot of crap for watching High School DxD in English.
Oh yeah.
Because apparently that one translates to like the subs is her beautiful breasts, and the English version is I can see your tits.
Okay.
Which is much like Prison School, where it says instead of watching for penny shots and down blouses, I'm trying to look for nip slips and upskirts.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. Prison School just like cuts out the fat. They're not out lying with you what they're about.
Oh man.
Well, we've reached 18 minutes. We try to keep this short, just a little fan response. All right, Jordan. I've always wanted to do this. What are you going to be watching this week?
What will I be watching this week? I've started JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
Hot damn.
which is interesting to say the least. Very manly men doing manly things.
JoJo don't need jokes. JoJo is jokes. All right, cool. I'm probably going to keep watching Gate. I'm really excited to see where Pina Colada is going.
Greatest name ever.
I guess best waifu right now is probably Lele, because she's the only competent one. And I'm playing Earthbound. Trying that out right now.
Oh, really?
Not really anime, but
Japan.
yeah, it's that typical like 1995 RPG thing.
I've tried playing it emulated, and
Yeah.
it didn't work very well on mine, so...
Well, it's like, I don't understand how, I guess I would have been 3 at this point, but say I was a child and this game came out, how would I know how to like make the story things happen in this? Because it is ridiculous. Literally, to advance the plot, you have to go talk to a guy in town and invest in Apple